This is how the Marleys fought for Bob's legacy.
Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Although it took more than a decade for Rita Marley, the widow of music icon Bob Marley, and his 11 children, to get control of his musical assets, they never gave up the fight, which saw Rita and the children opposing the sale of the assets. Marley died intestate at age 36 on May 11, 1981, and the court appointed Mutual Security Merchant Bank and the Trust Company Limited as the administrator for the estate. The Marleys complained in the 80s that the sale price for the assets for US $8.2 million to an American company was too low. They were not successful in the local courts, but the United Kingdom-based Privy Council upheld the Marleys' appeal and set aside the sale. The case was remitted to the Supreme Court, and the Privy Council ordered the administrator to advertise the assets more widely. A higher price was offered, which would have resulted in each beneficiary getting approximately US $1 million. The administrator then went to court to seek approval for the sale, but by that time, the family and Island Records, owned by Chris Blackwell, had come together to try to find a creative way for the family to acquire the assets. The family members did not have the cash to match an offer like that, but those who were adults were quite prepared to waive any claim to the cash in order to have an interest in Bob's music assets. The family then devised a way to protect the infants by putting up enough cash through Island Records so that each child could get a guarantee of the US $1 million they would have gotten from the other sale upon becoming 18 years old. The others would waive any share of the purchase price in exchange for getting a share of the assets. An alternative proposal was preferred that each infant, on becoming an adult, would have the option of either accepting the US $1 million plus interest or getting an equal share in the assets. The administrator chose to accept and support the offer of the foreign company, and so the matter had to go back to the Supreme Court. There was a contested hearing before Justice Clarence Walker, now retired Court of Appeal judge, and in December of 1991, he approved the family's position and the joint venture offer between the family and Island Records, and the assets were transferred to them. The family's decision and Walker's ruling proved ultimately to be the right one, as the assets have now far exceeded what the family would have received under the sales. The sale included the image, the likeness, and the right to use Bob's name and image for promoting products. The family was concerned that the sale of the assets to an external commercial entity, whose only concern was to get as many financial returns, would mean that Bob's name, image, and likeness would be used in ways Bob would never have approved, and the family would never have approved. There were also several instances of litigation against Bob's estate involving some of his musical associates. Some of those legal squabbles were bitter, but they have all been settled. There has also been several paternity claims to Bob which have been disputed and thrown out. There was also an issue involving the late reggae legend Neville Bunny Wheeler Livingston, but that was settled years ago also.
Teach them! Hey yo, yellow! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!